The next question. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dr. Zakir sir. I am Amina Begum Akhi from Bangladesh. I am in college, second year, and I want to be a doctor. I heard that in order to be a doctor, one has to see autopsy. I think that compared to males, females have more respect. So in case of female autopsy, when the cloak will be removed from her body in front of everyone in order to dissect, I think that's going to break her respect, as I myself never want my own autopsy. Similarly, she, the dead body, would also never want it. Then how can a Muslim be a doctor without breaking anyone's respect? The question posed by the sister from Bangladesh, Sister Amina, is that she's a medical student and that she wants to be a doctor, and she heard that in a medical college there's autopsy. Autopsy means a surgical dissection done on a dead body or on a cadaver. The medical word for a dead body in the medical college is cadaver. For a medical examination to know whether there is a criminal case or what is the reason of death. So the word autopsy means a surgical procedure done either for a criminal investigation to know the cause of death or what the disease is, or for research, or for a medical student. So she asked me a question that normally in a medical college, when we do autopsy, when the students in the first year in the anatomy, they normally cut open a human body to know where are the nerves, where are the muscles, where are the other things, so that when they treat a live human patient, they will not cause damage. So this is mainly a practice for the medical students, that when they do an autopsy, the surgery on a dead body, it is known as a cadaver, so that they get used to it. So when they treat or do surgery on a live body, it will be easier for them. They'll be experienced with the dead body. So isn't it un-Islamic to humiliate or not take care of a dead body? And if it's a female and the female cloak is removed, the aura is seen, so how does Islam allow a person to be a medical student? As far as autopsy is concerned, there are several scholars who have given the fatwa, including the Islamic Council of Fiqh in Makkah Mukarramah, the Muslim World League. The scholars, they say that, of course, in Islam, there are various hadith which clearly mention that a dead body should be respected and should be taken care of. They cannot be humiliated, and you cannot humiliate them, you cannot cut them, etc. And that's the Sharia right of a dead body. Sharia right means whether a Muslim or non-Muslim living in an Islamic state, a non-Muslim who's paying the jizya tax, or a Muslim, that dead body has to be respected. This is the Sharia right of a body. The Islamic Fiqh Council, they said that there are three cases where autopsy are done. Number one, for a criminal investigation to know what is the cause of death. Was it someone poisoned the person, or how did he die? Was it accident? What is a natural death? Was it a murder? So in these cases, the scholars are unanimous that irrespective of the Sharia right, if they want to know the cause of death, to find out whether it was a crime and to punish the criminal, to find a criminal and punish him is of a greater benefit for the Ummah than protecting the right of a Sharia body. So in this case, autopsy is permitted to find out the cause of death, to find whether it's a crime or not, so that the criminal is caught and punished. That is of more importance than the protection of the right of a dead body under Sharia. The second type of autopsy is when a person dies of a disease. To find out what is the cause of the disease, or to find out what is the solution, what is the treatment, autopsy is done, so that the treatment can be found out to live patients suffering from same disease. So in the second case also, the scholars are unanimous that if autopsy is done on a dead body, to find out what is the cause of the death, to find treatment for that disease so that human life can be saved, this is of more greater importance than protecting the Sharia right of a human body. So as far as the first two types of category is concerned, the unanimous decision that it can be done irrespective of who the person is. If you want to find the criminal, or you want to find the cause of death, or to find the treatment for the disease, it's permissible. It's permissible. The third category where autopsy is done mainly on a dead body, it is for teaching purpose in a medical college, where they may want to teach about the human body so that the students get trained how to do surgery, or to know where are the nerves, where are the muscles. So practically when they do on a dead body, when they treat a live human being, it will surely they'll be able to do it with proper skill rather than try and test on a live human body. So in these cases, normally the fuqaha say that the dead body should not be that of a known person, number one. Number two, that it is best to avoid a dead body which has the Sharia right in Islamic State. That means if it's a Muslim or non-Muslim living in Islamic State which has the Sharia right, then it should be avoided. You can very well take a body of an apostate or of a murtad, or people who the Islamic State is at war, preferable. So the is given so that the Sharia law is protected of a dead body, and it is preferable don't take a dead body of a known person. And if it's taken, then there should be a agreement by the legal heirs of the dead person that they are giving this body for medical reasons, for autopsy, so students can learn. It cannot be just taken. So these are the Sharia requirements. But if a medical student looks at a body or dissects a body for the skills to learn of a doctor, the Sharia gives permission. He is not breaking any rule of the Sharia. It is for medical reasons, for him to gain knowledge. It is permitted so that he can save the human life. So it's permitted for a medical student to look at a body and to dissect. But what the scholars say, that it should not be a body of a woman unless there are lady students. So it is not right for a man to look at a dead body of a female. If it's a female student, no problem. Otherwise, it should be a dead body of a male, where the male can have a look. The male should not have a look at a dead body of a female. This is the Sharia concern. And based on this, of course, there's no problem at all. We are respecting the dead body, but if it's a benefit more for the humanity, Islam gives permission, whether you're doing a criminal investigation, autopsy for a medical legal case, or you're doing autopsy for finding the reason of a disease or treatment of a disease, or lastly, for a student to learn and have knowledge of the medical surgery so that it will benefit humanity as a whole. So these are the guidelines given in the Sharia.